welcome, fuckers, to the Trailer Park Boys Fan Federation podcast. I'm Morgan Rector.
What's up, fuckers? I'm Raymond Hazen. And like Al Bundy once said, let's rock.
That's rock, yeah, that's right. So we're going to start with a list, as we usually do. And our list this week is our favorite Cory and Trevor moments. Though in some cases it's just one or the other for me. But anyway, so I'll go. My first is, I always found that Trevor's at his funniest when he acts like a tough guy. I mean, obviously he doesn't get off, but it's hilarious when he tries to act tough because he's such a wimpy guy. And to me, the funniest instance of that is when he decided to stand up to Ricky. I don't know what Ricky, I can't remember what Ricky did, but he's like, fucked up Ricky, and he like pushed him. And then Ricky tore his pants. That was pretty funny. It was one of his best moments.
Well, if I remember correctly, Trevor even asks or says something about, why don't you take a walk, Ricky? And he goes, where? And he tells him, off the shit ledge. Oh no, that's what he says to Leahy.
Well,
He says it to Leahy at some point. That's right.
That was in the shed.
That's right.
Convenience.
That was funny too.
CONVENIENTS, yeah.
Where they do not sell single cigarettes for 25 cents a piece.
65 cents, yeah. Which I don't understand why that's illegal. I don't know if that's illegal in America too.
No, you can't sell singles. I mean, there were some places in the city that would do it when I was like down there. This average, little convenience store that would do it, but no, they're not supposed to.
And I don't get it. Why is that so wrong? Like, what are they afraid kids are gonna buy them or something? I don't know.
Honestly, I think it has to do more with that the government isn't getting their tax money that way somehow, probably.
Yeah, I guess.
Something like that.
Well, just tax.
I'm really not sure.
But if you were like super broke, I mean, you were just gonna I guess if you were just gonna buy like 4 cigarettes and it only costs like $1 or something, yeah, they're not gonna get much tax out of that. So. All right, what's your next one? Your first one, rather.
Let's see here. Okay. All right. Number 5. When Julian puts him to work, I wasn't sure if it should do just Cory and Trevor, so I tried to find moments that was them together, but some of their funniest moments, they are separate. I have to admit that is totally true. But anyway, was when they went to steal those gumball machines, and they had to. Yeah, I'm not cool enough, Julian. I'm not cool enough to shoot your gun. Because Trevor was too weak to even break it with the crowbar.
Was that the one where? Was that the season where they got out of jail and found out Cory and Trevor blew all their money and they were pissed off, so they made them work for them?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I think, is that season 5? I'm not sure.
I believe so, because 4, it's 4 ends with the big shootout with Leahy and Rita McNeil. So, I believe it would be, not because remember they thought they bought the park from Barb, but she really fucking hustled them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Carly's agreement.
And then didn't they spend give J-Rock $9,000 to produce one track?
Yeah, J-Rock charged Cory and Trevor $9,000 to record a track on their album, which probably sucked. Yeah. Teabag and C Nice is Cory's rap name, and Teabag is Trevor's rap name.
Yeah, matter of fact, in the episode where Detroit Velvet Smooth comes to town and Jay who's the microphone assassin? That's the episode when they're up there rapping, and which is actually a funny little rap, in Cory's talking about how he doesn't touch himself because he's not J-Rock and all that shit. If you look up there, Trevor's wearing a sweater that says Teabag. Zip up.
Yeah. I'm sure because I'm not the J-Rock.
Yeah, I don't touch myself because I'm not the J-Rock.
It wasn't the one when something like, if you don't like me, just pretend. I think that was in there.
Yeah.
All right. My next one is My next one was from that time when they were stealing gas, siphoning gas, and he stole some in an underground parking garage, and the security guard caught him, and he's chasing him. And at one point, he managed to like run around in a circle, and the security guard fell down. And as Trevor's running away, he's like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah.
It's the way he said it was really funny.
Man, that whole part right there, like beyond that and everything, like it's so funny. Like when they're coming back and they're feeling all sick from the gas, and fucking Ricky's like, "Man, you just got a little gas sickness. Drink some water, dilute it, you'll be fine in 6 to 8 days."
Yeah, he's so casual about these things.
Right? And then they're trying to, they get him on camera, and J Rock's like, "Man, only whack suckers steal gas like Trevor and Cory."
That's highly illegal, Cory and
That's
Trevor.
highly illegal, Cory and Trevor. I don't. And Ricky's like, "I don't want your money, Cory and Trevor."
Was that the episode where Ricky called them the complaining twins? Or was that
It
another?
might. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure on that one, but it might be. It's good enough for me. All right, number 4 for me was when the hash driveway, when Cyrus gets out and they come back and they have the shootout, and as they're leaving and freaking they're arguing over whether Julian said take the shot or don't take the shot, and Trevor's like, "Man, I ain't fucking up because you're fucking up, dude." And Corey's like, "I'm taking the shot." He shoots, and that whole shootout happens just because of Corey and Trevor not listening. But then the part where Cyrus is like, "Hey, Cory and Trevor, you all right?" They're like, "We fucked. Sorry, Cyrus. I think we fucked up."
Yeah, that's right.
Because Cyrus shot him, and then Cyrus jumps out like, "Then why don't we fuck down?" Boom, boom.
That's right.
Oh, that whole part was that shit just killed me right there.
My next is the actually it happened in the scene you mentioned earlier in the shed. In the heading I put for that is Onion Ring Sasquatch, when Leahy asks him where Randy is, and they start insulting. They called him Onion Ring Sasquatch and Cheeseburger Walrus, and then they get into a fight with him. Yeah, that was a good Leahy moment.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was inside the convenience store, right? CT?
Yeah, that's when they got into the fight.
Okay, so number 3 for me was well, I guess it would be the end of 4. It's in that episode with Rita McNeil and all that. Well, maybe it's not that. But anyway, when they're going to harvest all the weed and Cory and Trevor are supposed to be there, but then, with the scene when fucking the boys are driving down the road and Ricky turns off the lights for a minute or something, is hotboxing, and they crash into that car. And then you go and like, "Oh my God, what is this?" The first time I saw it, especially, it really got me. And then just Cory and Trevor's heads come out from the wreckage of that car. And then they tow them around behind it, and that causes that big old wreckage. And then they shove them in the boxes with the weed and mail them.
Ricky didn't want to take them out of the burning car. He wanted to leave them there.
Yeah.
They're injured, and the fucking guy would just let them die. And then didn't they have wounds, and they put like a chip bag on it, and they're like, "That's so."
That was earlier before. Yes, that's when but same season, same harvest. The cougar is attacks him. That's when it's the big stoned horny kitty, and so then Ricky's eating salt and vinegar chips, and Bubbles goes, "Give me those then," because they didn't want him bleeding in the car. Ricky didn't want him bleeding in the car, so he's like, and so he rips the bag in half open, salt and vinegar chips everywhere, and then rips the bag in half and sticks it on their wounds.
Do you have salt and vinegar chips in the state?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love them too, man.
And,
yeah, my stepdad used to eat them a lot, and so I got a taste for them growing up because he liked them. Yeah, it's a weird one. Not many people like them, but I sure do.
All right, so my next one is so it's the episode where they set up Ricky's grow up with all the tin foil and everything and the wiring. It's not a funny moment. It's kind of a heartwarming moment, but they Ricky praised them, and they finally got their high fives. So I've always liked that moment. You know what I mean? It's like they just dream of getting these guys approval, even though they're criminals and technically losers. And it's that's so yeah, I like that moment.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about, and it is always nice those warming brotherly love, attaboy, the parts that show that they actually care.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right, number two for me. My number two Corey and Trevor moment. After they went to rob uh, that one bank machine that was inside that little convenience store, and then they decided they're gonna go rob the laundromat instead. Remember, and as they're leaving, Trevor's like, "Hey, do you got any tube socks?" That's all. That's all we wanted. And they run out and leave. Then they go to the fucking laundromat and they go in there to rob it. And Corey's like busting off like, "Everybody get down on your hands! Don't give us no trouble!" And then he just starts busting off on that rap for a minute.
Oh,
And
we
then,
always laundromat. Yeah.
yeah, and then Trevor's like, "Dude, quit rapping." And then Trevor's like, "Hey, you tall man, don't make me come up there. Get down, lady, get down. Get okay, you're cool, like." And then run out of there just a bunch of change, and then they come flying back around the corner, and that's back at the park. And Julian, that's when Julian's trying to date what's her face, the cop. Uh,
Eric.
okay. Erica, yeah, yeah, yeah. And she's there explaining to him, she's like, "No, dude, your friends are fucked up." And at that exact moment, here comes Cory and Trevor on the corner with his arms full of socks and other things full of change, and they just spill it all right there in front of her. And they look at her like, and Cory goes, "Oh, we were gambling with Trevor's grandma." Well, not
Yeah.
gambling, but.
Yeah. Yes. One honorable mention pertaining to an ATM is the one. So Ricky, I think it was Ricky who pulled an ATM out of a store and it tore the whole fucking place apart. It tore the door frame off, and then Corey and Trevor kind of rationalizing it, saying, "If only the people who made the doorways took into account how big the ATMs are, it wouldn't have happened," and all that shit.
Yes, yeah.
Like what you would say.
I remember that. That shit was great. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, my next one is it's from one of the movies. I think it might be Don't Legalize It, because Ricky just failed grade 12 and he felt really bad about himself. And then Corey and Trevor gave him this pep talk saying, "Sometimes we pretend we're you." And again, it's just hilarious that out of all the people they could have chosen to idolize and emulate, they chose Ricky instead of some guy who's like really successful and shit. So,
Right.
yeah.
And no, that would have been from season 6, because season 6 is the last thing Trevor's in.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
do you know that whole like what happened behind the scenes with him, with
Uh,
Michael Jackson?
I heard, which of course I have nothing to say it's true or not, but I heard that they weren't just like Corey and Trevor on the show, like they had to do everything offset also, like they carried all the luggage, they did all the shit. And I guess way back in the day, Barry Dunn, who plays Ray, like I guess he was in charge of finances and a lot of things, and he wasn't paying people equally or properly. That's one of the reasons why he's not involved in the show anymore, because this all spanned from that, I guess. This is just what I heard, of course, rumors around the water cooler up until this point. But anyway, he got tired of basically being the show, mascot and roadie, and not getting paid worth, what it was. And so he, and I think there might be more to it. There's probably some arguments involved, probably some hurt feelings, you know. But money and not feeling appreciated can't easily do that to people. So I guess, I don't know if it's accurate or not, but that's just what I've heard.
Yeah, he actually wrote like a kind of an essay or article about that. I read it once. I'm trying to find it now. If I can't find it today, I'll find it for next week. What I remember, yeah, it says the pay was terrible. Another thing too is that, so yeah, when he wasn't acting in a scene, he was like the boom operator or something, and
Yeah.
for anyone who doesn't know anything about TV productions, the person that holds the pole with a microphone, and you're doing that for hours on end, and it doesn't matter what shape you're in, it gets tiresome, right, holding that thing. So he hated that, and they were paid, which in TV production, there's this term scale. It's minimum wage for the TV production industry. I know years ago it was $15 an hour. I don't know what it is now. So it's a little bit more than what regular people get for minimum wage, but it's not something you can live on, obviously, for a long time. He didn't like Barry Gunn, who played Ray. He didn't like this other producer, Joel Volpe. He doesn't like Conky. Like, he felt like before he came
Yeah, that
along.
was something else I heard too.
Yeah, like he felt like, well, up until that point, it was a very realistic kind of series. I mean, there were people who actually thought it was real, but then with Conky, it just took on this dimension that wasn't realistic, and he didn't like that. And I think, so I think Corey Bowles left at the same time because they were uncertain if they could have one character without the other. But eventually they figured out that they could replace him, and of course they hired Jacob Rolfe on a permanent basis to play Jacob Collins. And yeah, but Michael Jackson is like really disgruntled about the whole thing.
I will admit, even though Lucy is easily my least favorite character, and trust me, we all know that, and it's not a hidden secret, I never was really a fan of Conky. I just don't really care. Any episode with Conky, like, I can watch it or I could skip it and I won't care.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, especially especially the first time he emerged. Like, well, the thing about Buggles seems to have this condition called dissociative identity disorder. I think that's what they used. That's what they now call what used to be called multiple personality disorder. Now it's dissociative, and so when he goes through extreme stress, it used to be like with Conky, where he believed Conky was real, and later on he turned into the Scorpion. I think it was season 12. So when he gets stressed out, he kind of turns into another person, and so Conky
that's 7 also. That's when they steal the Swayze Express. That's before they smuggle the stuff in. Matter of fact, Conky comes out later on in that, shortly after that. He runs around as a Scorpion for a few minutes, for a few episodes, and then he goes and gets Conky, because remember, they take Conky out. Conky's the one that calls Leahy and the police when they're out there camping.
The last straw was when he called Bubbles a googly-eyed bastard. Nobody gets away with that. That's it.
Yeah, and then Conky, he drowns Conky in the river. And then Ricky has a debate with Canada, Leahy, and America about where they're going to go to jail.
Exactly.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, we won't be doing a list of best Conky moments because there really aren't.
We might have to at some point just to cover it.
Well, there was. Well, we'll go as far as to say when Julian shoots him, and before that he's like singing, "Fucking Julian and Dirty Dancing."
Okay, that was fucking Julian. All right. Conky's not bad, bro. I will admit, he's kind of funny. Go fuck yourself, Patrick Swayze. All right, I got 2 horrible mentions for these 2 real quick, and then I'll tell you my number 1. Horrible mention number 2 was when is in the rub and Tizug, and then Julian's like getting there, and he makes them get there and get the guys hand jobs, and then you hear, what is it, Donnie yelling, "I paid for a fucking woman, not fucking Cory and Trevor."
And then he comes out later, Cyrus is there, and he's like, "Give me more hand cream," or whatever.
Yeah, and Sarah, remember Sarah's standing there too, and she was like, "What? You're in there jerking guys off?"
Yeah.
Nothing happened, Sarah. No, they were in there jerking guys off.
That's one funny detail about Sarah. She seems to like wimpy guys. Went out with Cory and Trevor and Jacob, these skinny, wimpy dudes.
Yeah, but she also didn't. No, she didn't date Randy, but she totally banged Ricky.
She did bang Ricky. It didn't last that long.
Yeah.
But she was going to marry Cory and Trevor. I don't know what stopped that, but she was She was so in love with Jacob too. Aside from the fact that he was trying to be Julian, but
she was totally in love with Jacob, and then he still ends up with Trinity.
Yeah.
Jacob's like the true player of the part.
Yeah, I remember there was this discussion, I think, in one of the Facebook Trailer Park Boys groups where they're like, Jacob knew Trinity when she was a little girl, and then he ends up having a baby with her and shit. Everyone's like
Yeah.
wondering, is this wrong somehow? But I mean, she was grown up. She was an adult. So what can you
Yeah.
say?
No,
It,
exactly. There's no,
it did kind of
and
have that Woody Allen quality to it. But she was legal. So
she's legal though. Exactly, bro. The only people that say stuff are the ones that are jealous because they can't get the cute 20-year-old to like them. All right. Horrible mention number two was when there was that big party. I can't remember which. I want to say it was one of Julian's clubs he was opening. But Cory and Trevor went out and handed out all the flyers and got all those girls to come to this party, and then come to find out that they handed out the flyers at a new club called the Empty Closet.
awesome.
And they ended up going home with the two tranny ladies. And they're like, well, I didn't do nothing. Did you do nothing? And Corey's like, no, I didn't. Trevor's like, well, I didn't. I mean, unless you did you do something? I caught that, like, not the first, but after a couple times, after I saw that, I caught it. And Trevor straight up says, I didn't do anything unless you did you? I was like, what? They totally banged the trannies. Or actually, they probably got banged by them.
Chantal. That was the name of one of them, I think. Chantal.
Oh, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, well, they weren't as bad as the ones at Manhor Alley. There was the guy who was the cop, and he was like,
oh, I love to party.
that was gross.
Fucking Al Camino.
Seeing Randy running heels was kind of funny too, though.
In that red dress. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I'm kidding. All right. And then my number one, our final number one, Cory and Trevor moment of the night. That's enough of the horrible mentions. Is in the Big Dirty, in the very, very, very beginning opening scene. It's one of those moments that I don't care how many times I've seen it, I know it's coming, and I still bust gut laugh every time. And they're sitting there, Ricky, Julian, Bubbles are robbing that ATM, and they're, like, it's just going well. And Bubbles even says, things are going pretty well, right? You know what I'm saying? And then freaking Cory and Trevor come rolling up on that yellow's like snowmobile, basically, just bumping music loud as shit. Hey guys, are we gonna rob that bank machine? Like hella loud.
There was another great honorable mention.
Oh, that shit was so funny.
There's another great honorable mention from I think it's the first movie. They pants that guy in prison, like who was a guard or whatever, and all these.
Yes. I think the guard's name was Donnie.
Yeah, he didn't want to let Ricky play hockey, and so yeah, they pulled his pants down, and then they get all this respect from the inmates that are lighting cigarettes for them. That was pretty cool. I like that moment.
I like that. The first movie, The Big Dirty's got a real nostalgic feel for me. Like, okay, even though Countdown's my favorite and it's like the most iconic thing to me, there's something about The Big Dirty. It's just like when that movie ends, I honestly get sad that it's over, and like I'm not really just there living that with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
It had such an uplifting ending. It had like a happy ending. Is that what you meant?
I mean, it kind of does, but it's like I'm just saying that's like it's over, and then I'm back to I'm not there with them at that time living that life. It's like when we think back to our favorite memory and wish we were still right there. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden we realize, oh, we're not. I'm here. It's 20 years later, and fucking. That's right. I don't have that car, or I'm not with that girl, or, I lost that dog, or whatever it is. Then you realize that it's kind of like, that's what I'm talking about. It's that moment. So it's like when the movie ends, it's like, oh yeah, I'm back in my room. I'm not living in Sunnyvale and just went through this shit with them, and tomorrow's another day of whatever we're going to do. It's like, oh yeah, it's a movie and it's over, and back to reality. You get what I'm saying? It's like a fuck.
It's the movie where like Sarah was like seen getting it on with chicks, right? She was like for some reason bisexual in that movie, but we never saw any indication again of it. But I think
remember. It's the one where Lucy's working at the strip club, and they steal all the change. And
take a bite of a cigarette from the
Yeah.
ashtrays. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, and it's funny because the girl, I don't know what happened, but for some reason they couldn't get Gina Harrison to play Trinity for that movie, so they got this other little girl. And they must have been kicking themselves that they hadn't found her before, because I think she was a better actress, but you can't just, replace her, Gina Harrison, in the rest of the seasons.
Yeah, no, I actually read something about that, and what it is the big dirty movie actually was supposed to take place slightly before where it does in the movie series, and so Gina was slightly older than the girl is, so than Trinity's supposed to be in the movie, so that's why they casted the other girl. That's what I was told, because you gotta remember Gina was already there for a few seasons by then. They had her.
Yeah.
And that's what I read. That it was just because the way it was written, the character it takes place before, so she was a little bit older than they wanted. And so I mean, I don't know. I would have just said it took place when I don't know, but that's just me. But yeah, that girl who played her in the movie was really good too. I love that scene when they go into the drive-through to pretend like they need all that food and shit.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him this is wrong. Okay, he's like just telling her he's doing it. Okay, so we were talking about doing would you rather's this week, and so I came up with my first Trailer Park Boys themed would you rather. So here we go. Would you rather kiss Jim Lady's bare ass or Randy's gut?
Well, I mean, honestly, either one of them would be an honor to me. I'd be good with either. But I'm going to have to go with Leahy's butt if I could, just to get him back alive and back here,
Yeah, I mean, and also, like, according to the show, Randy, his hygiene isn't always great. They say he's, like, greasy and shit. So maybe he's a little nasty,
Yeah, totally.
That scene where Ricky's like, okay, fucking, you're washing up now, and he pushes him on the ground, and they put dish soap on him, and Ricky's like scrubbing him with a mop and shit, because Randy got grease on little Randy when he was the baby that he had with Lucy.
Yeah.
White pants with no shirt. Yeah. I guess that would be my choice.
Let's see here. Well, I got random thoughts because I thought that's what we were doing this week.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
But let's see here. Let's see if I can make up a would you rather real quick. Okay. Would you rather put on a thong or like a bikini bottom, like a Speedo, made out of chicken and wade out into piranha water, or slide down belly first naked on like a toboggan with no fucking sled?
Oh no! So there's snow, but there's no sled.
Yes, you're sliding down like ice on your belly naked, or you gotta like try to swim across like an Amazon stream with piranhas wearing a chicken bikini bottom Speedo suit.
You're talking to a Canadian here. I can do this. You didn't think of that, did you?
That's what I was hoping you said. That's why I threw that in there.
Yeah, but I've been through some fucking hardcore cold, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd take my chance swimming from the piranha.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if they would stop at the chicken. I think they'd probably keep eating you.
Yeah, I know. That's why you need to make sure you get across fast.
Yeah, because I think like if a buffalo falls in there and he's alive, they'll eat it all. So
well, I think what it says is like a roughly 200 or 400 piranha can clean an entire human in about 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Yeah, it's pretty quick, bud. You know? I once pet a piranha.
You want to have one?
Yeah, true story, true story. My buddy Kevin, I wish this fucker would ever call us back and get on the damn radio with us. He can attest to this story, man. We used to have this other buddy that I'll leave out nameless because he's that person that doesn't like his name going around, but he used to have a place that was downtown, and I was over there one time. It was right across the street from where we used to hang out, like from the little skate park and stuff down there. But anyway, I was over there, and we were doing shots of tequila, and I may or may not have done a few bumps of cocaine. And we were doing shots of tequila, man, and we were hanging out. And the dude had a real life piranha in a fish tank in his living room. And I don't really remember doing this, but I've learned in my life when friends go, dude, do you remember what the fuck you did yesterday? It tends to be an accurate story. Usually that's when I do some of my crazier stuff. And I'm like, oh, no. They're like, well, anyway, he tells me that he goes up to go into the kitchen to get some more shots of tequila and whatnot. And he comes back out, and I'm elbow deep in his fish tank, just like stroking his fish full on. And this thing, I remember it, dude. It was like a good 6-7 inches long, the size of this fish. And I'm just like, and it's just sitting there. I mean, it was slightly docile, I'll admit that, because it's just in a little tank by itself. I wasn't bleeding or anything, you know what I'm saying? It probably wasn't hungry. But I remember Lito talking to me about it later on, and I remember having a chat with him later on, but like I don't really remember putting my arm in the tank, but he totally tells me I did. And, you know, he to this day says I'm one of the craziest vatos he's ever met, you know? Oh, yeah, he's a Mexican dude. That's why he says vato. Don't worry, people. I didn't just steal that from anyone. But anyway, yeah, dude, it was a great trip. So I don't know, like, you know, the liquor gods were definitely watching out for me that day, bro. I think it was just like I was drinking with the grain of the liquor, you know what I'm saying? So like the fish knew I was cool or something.
Here's a gross one. Would you rather eat a chunk of hair or drink a glass of sweat?
I'm gonna have to chunk a hair it, dude.
You're gonna go for the hair? Yeah.
Yeah, and here's why. I got a long-haired kitty. I'm fucking spitting out hair all day.
Yeah. Actually, you know, there probably are hair particles in the food we eat, so it's not like it's going to be poisonous. But it'll probably go down pretty. You'll probably have difficulty, like getting it down. Like you'll probably have to drink like tons of water or something.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be very dry, very hard. It'd be like a stale Triscuit.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're fucking swallowing like crazy.
Yeah, because that sweat, man, that'd be like, I mean, unless you cooled it, chilled, you know, it'd be all salty and, I mean, I guess if it was chilled, like it was cool, it wouldn't be much more than like fucking drinking salt water, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We've all swallowed a mouthful at the beach one time.
And we've had sweat pour into our mouths, I'm sure.
Right?
During a really hot day.
Fuck, hey, some of us out there probably had somebody pee in our mouth, huh? My buddy Kevin loves people peeing in his mouth. I'm only saying that because he's not here to defend himself.
Is he into scat or are you just joking?
I'm totally just joking.
Oh, okay. I thought. Well, I mean, I don't judge. I mean, if it's all, it's all consensual, no one's being forced into it. That, you know.
That's right. I don't yuck anyone else's yum. You know what I'm saying? Don't pertain to me.
Here's another gross one. Would you rather sniff 10 dirty diapers or lick one dirty diaper?
Sniff 10.
Sniff 10. Did you have to change any of your son's diapers?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Well, yes, you know how gross it is, right?
Oh, yeah. Kid shits are bad, dude. They're horrible. No, sorry, but I was just taking a dab there.
What is it that goes on in a baby's intestines that leads to that kind of fucking nuclear waste, you know?
I think it has to do, like, with the fact that they're on, like, usually, like, liquid diets at first, you know, just milk.
Oh, yeah, and that baby food.
And then, yeah, and then later on it's just baby food and stuff, so, I mean, I
Yeah,
imagine it's something to do with that.
I guess if you were to eat like nothing but that mush in the little jars for a week, your shit would probably end up like that.
Yeah, you probably have some green pasty shit too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the weirdest thing is that happens to me when I drink like purple Kool-Aid. I don't know why, but it comes out green. Something about that food coloring. I don't. I can't be the only one because I remember on Chappelle's show, they they did a sketch where this guy talked about different colors of shit. So I don't know. I'm not going to start a support group or anything, but my name is Morgan, and my shit turns green when I drink purple Kool-Aid. I'm Morgan.
Hey, Morgan. What would you call that support group, man?
Jesus, I
Green,
don't know.
green, green shit anonymous. GA. No, they got that. That's Gamblers Anonymous.
I don't know, but I think it'd probably be all guys because I think men are definitely more comfortable talking about their own shit than women are, or at least women would do it with men around. So.
Well, that's why they'll have women's meetings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, to segregate the sexes. Yeah.
You know, I mean, they got that now, and the other kind too. uh,
Okay. Oh yeah, so yeah, let's do the. What was the other one?
Here, you want your. Go ahead.
We were.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah. What was the next thing we were gonna do?
Oh, I was gonna say. Well, I got the dictionary we can do, or I can do some random thought. Well, let's do the dictionary.
Random.
Then,
actually, you want to do the random thoughts first because we usually end with the dictionary.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's see here. What do I got here?
Go
ahead. You got one? Go first.
Well, yeah, I had one this week. I actually posted on social media about it, but I was just referring to the quality of being white trash, and I said you can't fake trash. Like remember in the 2000s, it was trendy to wear those trucker hats.
Yeah.
Especially women wore the trucker hat. Paris Hilton had a fucking trucker hat, but no matter what your hat you're wearing, you can't fake it, man. You either know someone's trash you or they're not.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. You know, it's like I've been noticing that too, like with the mullets, you know.
Yeah.
Like not every, like my brother's got a mullet, and trust me, he's earned his and he rocks it, dude. But like, not everybody, like there's plenty. Like I was watching this one dude, just some crazy teacher on some rant about whatever they want to talk about, different topics for different shows. But anyway, he's totally got a mullet, and you can tell that he is not mullet people. He's just rocking it because it's like cool now. It's like cool again. All of a sudden, it's cool to wear the mullet because it used to be white trash. You know what I'm saying? And
is it making a comeback now?
What?
Is it making a comeback now?
I think so. I've been seeing it more and more. Yeah, I think so. The mullet's making a comeback.
Well, there were guys back in the day who didn't have white trash mullets, like Patrick Swayze had a mullet, and no one actually regarded
it. No, his mullet was sexy, bro.
Yeah, like Hollywood mullet, But
yeah, dude.
The dirt bags from Bama, those guys had the trashy mullets. Business and
yeah,
fun.
my brother's got a nice mullet. My brother's got a real nice mullet. But he had super long hair, dude. He had never had a haircut like ever since he was a little guy, and then the other day he went and did it for the first time in like fucking damn near 30 years. He's just now 30 and stuff, or actually he's 29. But anyway, so yeah, it was like his first haircut like pretty much ever, And
the one thing that they never come back is rat tails. I don't think that's ever coming back.
Dude, I used to have one.
I had one, yeah.
I had one. Went 3/4 of the way down my back, damn near halfway down a little over halfway down my back.
Wow. First guys had them, and then lesbians had them for a while, and then they disappeared altogether. Yeah,
lesbians killed the rat tail. I'm sorry to all my lesbian friends out there and all my lesbian lovers out there. I love you. I'm a lesbian. I'm a heteromasculine lesbian. I identify as that. I think would that make me LGBT? I'm trying to figure out if I can get into the club too, so I can like be cool and they'll stop hating, like saying I'm a racist white guy. Like, so if I say I'm like a hetero-masculine lesbian, because I totally am, like, because that's what I am.
Well, every guy has a feminine side, right?
Right? Well, I'm hetero-masculine, so like I'm a lesbian dude. Like I'm a masculine, but I'm attracted to chicks. So like it's got to be like a chick, or like, I mean, you know what? I guess if it was like a tranny dude, so it's like a chick, but had all their chick parts, so it's basically just like a hot dude chick in a flannel. Like, I guess I could be cool with that.
You in Virginia find the same women attractive, or does she like the butch type?
uh,
Have you like what are her
Virginia, no,
preferences?
Virginia likes different kinds, man. Virginia likes, she likes girls. It's just fun. Virginia will hit on. She likes girl, but I think she likes. She doesn't really like girly girl. Well, maybe a little bit, but I don't think she's like super girly. But she doesn't like super butch. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but yeah, Virginia's good to go hit on chicks with.
Yeah.
When she's
Well,
not in a relationship, but she normally is, because chicks always find relationships, bro.
yeah, yeah. I think
uh,
she would be very popular with other lesbians.
yeah, she's awesome. She's fun as fuck. Let's see here. I got one. Here's one that's popped in my mind the other day. Do you think milk squirts out a cow's nose when they laugh?
Probably not, since it's all the way down there. I don't know. I don't know if they would milk themselves. Maybe not, because cow disease came from cows eating cow meat. So maybe they can't drink milk. Maybe it would be unsafe.
Well, the babies drink it, right?
Yeah, the babies drink. Yeah, maybe that's true. Like I mean, like we could drink breast milk. I don't want to drink breast milk, but we could drink it.
Have
Nothing
you
like.
had it recently?
Not recently, no. Have you?
Well, as an adult, yes. I mean, I've a father. Women lactate. I've been around other women that have kids, and yes, I've tasted breast milk, and it's almost always sweet. It's sweet.
Oh yeah, so it's like.
Got a sweet flavor to it. It does.
So is it like regular milk?
Sorry to everyone who finds this topic uncomfortable. It's just breast milk, whatever.
So if you
We're all adults in the room.
So if you had like a glass of milk and you added sugar to it, it's just like that basically.
I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah, I guess maybe.
Mm.
Like,
A different texture, right? It's like more.
yeah, definitely. It's a little grainier, I want to say.
Mm.
Warm, definitely. It's weird because it's warm. You'd have to warm it, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking. I had this one girl like squirted at me, like she squeezed her nipple and fucking squirted. Yeah, it's so weird, dude. I was like, "What are you doing?"
How far did it shoot? Like.
Oh shit, dude! A couple feet, bro. Like.
Wow.
It didn't just dribble out onto her chest or her belly or anything or her leg or on the floor. Like it shot out at me like across the table and stuff. Like.
You see, that's one reason why it's for the best that women got that kind of anatomy. Because guys would be, if guys had tits and they could do that, they'd be like in high school. They'd do it to the freshman. They fucking squirt milk in his face.
Yeah. Dude, I would do it to you at Denny's across the table. Hey, bud.
And can you imagine if men you conditioned the vagina would be if a guy had it, like there'd be fucking dried ketchup packets up there, be putting this car keys in it. It'd just be disgusting.
I used to always say that if I was born a chick, I would have banged my way to Emperor of the World by now.
Oh, you could.
I totally would have.
Because the only people who want to pay men to have sex with them are like dirty old men and stuff. But lots of guys want to pay chicks.
Yeah. I don't want to do guys for free or for money.
Yeah, well, yeah, women don't normally have to pay for it. So.
I mean, I'll totally do some chicks for money. So I mean, if anyone's looking, I'm open for hire.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what it looks like. There's a guy out there who has a fetish for however she looks. So.
Is that true?
Yeah.
No matter who we are, no matter what we look like, somebody loves us out there. You just gotta find them.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to find out if there's a guy who has a fetish for like acid throwing victims. You never know, man.
You mean like throwing acid on people?
Yeah, like there's this thing that happens in places like Pakistan where a guy asks a girl to marry him, and if she rejects him, he'll get revenge by throwing acid on her face, and it just like melts her skin. Check out some photos of it. It's fucked up.
It should have said yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh,
yeah.
That's horrible.
It is.
They're
not going to marry anyone. And actually, it's not just Pakistan. In England, and maybe Scotland too, there are these guys who rob people, and sometimes they'll either use a knife or they'll use acid to get the money out of them. But yeah, there's been a lot of acid attacks in London too, and again, that just the damage isn't reversible, man. Your fucking skin just melts right off. Check out some
I used to experience a lot of acid attacks back in the day, but those just led to like Pink Floyd fucking albums and freakouts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're talking about ingesting acid, like LSD.
There you go, my man.
Well, this is like salt.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get what you're saying. You know me, just always making jokes.
Yeah.
But that's crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Just run around with acid, Well, like I used to hear about it. I never saw it. I never witnessed it in my time in there or anything. But I used to hear about like in some parts crazy people locked up. They'd make like little cocktails of like throw up and piss and shit, and then and spit and other things and cum and whatever else they can get in there, and then they'd fucking throw it on the guards and things that would walk by. It's like they'd call it like the hepatitis cocktail or something like that.
Did you see that when you were in?
No, I never personally witnessed it or anything like that, but I've heard of it.
Fuck, man. And I think they especially target like young dudes who are kind of vulnerable. I think they tend to be the biggest targets for that.
Probably. Well, anyone who, if you look scared, you're going to be a target no matter where you're at. In there, in the animal kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of it. If you go in there and if you don't look scared, then you're really not going to be fucked with. Because they don't prey on other wolves. Wolves prey on either weaker wolves, injured wolves, or smaller animals. That's it.
Well, who knows what it smells like? But supposedly we can smell fear. There's a way to smell. Well, actually, I once went to a social anxiety support group, and it was
fear smells kind of like pork chops.
It smells like pork chops.
Yeah.
Well, there were people in this room they were really suffering, man. Like I could see it on their faces. But I remember I could feel it somehow. I could actually feel the fear in the room. So maybe I was smelling it subconsciously. So yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I guess it is something that your senses can pick
Fear,
up.
tension is palpable. You can literally, when they say, "Oh, I can cut the tension in the room with a knife." No, when you're in a situation where it's like that, you totally can. Like I remember this one time when I was in the prison yard, fucking, when the Northerners start grouping up into their corner, like that's when you think something's about to kick off. So everyone, pretty soon on the whole yard, everyone's grouped up, segregated. You got the blacks in this corner, whites in this corner, Northerners over here, the Pisces over there, the others, and everyone's just standing there staring at each other, man. I swear to God, I felt like one of those old westerns. I expected the tumbleweed to come rolling by. It was one of this time a riot did not kick off, though. Yet 2 riots did kick off while I was there. But anyway, this time it did not. And it was just like it was a like I don't know what happened. Pretty soon everyone started scattering and walking away. Like the powers that be of each car decided we're not kicking off right now. But it was just so weird. I'm telling you, for a good 3-4 minutes, everyone just stood there grouped up staring across the yard at everyone. And not you could have heard a grasshopper fart from across the whole yard. And the tension was like insane because here's 1,000 dudes wondering, are we all about to start stomping on each other's faces? And you know what I'm saying? Like that's all everyone's thinking at that exact moment.
Would you have been able to, if that had happened, would you be able to walk away? Like, can you just walk away?
No. If you want to deal with the repercussions later on, like, no, you need to partake, especially if things kick off, and if your people or your cars, county or town or whatever people you associate with. Like, like if that happens and they're involved, like if you're not involved, like it's where were you, dude? Because see, that's the thing. You want them coming for you if you're caught up in something, right? So that's why you need to be there for them. It's the same situation. So yeah, that tension stuff can totally fucking feel tension, fear, yeah, big time. But let's switch. Okay, here's another random thought. Let's just switch the mood for a minute. Do you think cannibals don't eat clowns because they taste funny?
I guess
I imagine a clown would taste funny.
if they still have the makeup on, they would, yeah.
Exactly, right?
But you don't need those. You don't need those clothes. You know what's weird though? There were people actually sexually attracted to clowns. There were people who had that fetish. I was reading about what
I
it's like to be a clown, and somebody said there are actually, like they say, I think it was mostly guys who said this. I think, but they said like there were women who wanted to fuck them. So
Well, I can imagine that for sure. I saw a movie or a show once where a chick totally banged a clown, and you know what? Like, if there was a total hot chick and she was like a clown and she wanted to like do me, but she still had her clown hair and shoes and makeup on, fuck, she could even rock the suspenders. I probably wouldn't care too much.
yeah,
You
why not?
know, I'd do it. Why not, dude? Like, yeah. uh, you got any more random thoughts or anything you want to kick off? I got a few more I can spit out if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's see here. Here's another one. Okay. So, if you got scared half to death twice, would you die?
If I got scared to death twice.
No, scared. You know the saying, scared me half to death?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got scared half to death. Okay, so if you got scared half to death twice, would you die?
Probably depends on your age, state of your health, because both times are coming dangerously close to a heart attack. So maybe the second time, but it would also have to happen like in quick succession, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
bad, or maybe like there's this one every year, you know, there are those places where they hold haunted houses, and supposedly there's one somewhere in America. It is set up so well. It doesn't matter who you are, how jaded you are. They said hardly anybody can finish it. It's so scary.
Huh.
So maybe maybe people have heart attacks in there or come
You
close.
should go check it out sometime, bro.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was. Maybe it was in like the deep south or something like that.
Dude, we'll do an episode live on location.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not like shade shit. They figured out how to make a place that's seriously terrifying. So
All right, all right. I got it. Okay, here's another one, and this one just might blow your minds, everybody. Might blow your mind's butthole out. Okay, you ready?
yeah,
If you enjoy wasting time, is it really wasting time? Is it really wasted?
no, it isn't. Because
No.
if you don't waste a little bit of time, how are you going to stay sane, right? If your whole life is just
Right.
responsibility and work from start to finish, you're going to lose your fucking mind. Even animals play, you know what I mean? Like if you watch like a nature documentary, like the lions kind of roll around with each other when they're not hunting the impalas or whatever. All the animals, they play games and shit. So you gotta have that, you know. Just like
Totally. Totally. But it's like when you hear, "Oh, quit wasting time," you know? Well, if I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now, then the time is not wasted, my man. I mean, unless I'm actually wasted while I'm doing it, then it would be wasted time, you know?
Well, it's like going back to prison. See, I've often thought I know they don't allow people to have sexual relationships in prison, but it seems like they should let people do that. I mean, as long as it's not rape, because you know, if you want to cut down on the violence and you're not letting these guys have sex or even masturbate, well, when men don't get to release that drive every now and then it builds up as anger, right? So wouldn't it make more sense to let them have sex and you can cut down on the fucking riots and shit?
I mean, it's quite possible sex and maybe giving back cigarettes. I don't even smoke tobacco, but I know that caused a lot of issues when they removed that out of California prisons. But yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. Like, I mean, hey, I'm pretty happy. But I mean, hey, if whoever you want to bang is whoever you want to bang. I don't really care. You want to bang a pineapple, you fucking have at it, dude. Be careful. It's pokey. You know, that's all I'm gonna tell you. You know,
Yeah.
like. But you're right. Like, so, I mean, you're same thing. Like, if someone in prison wants to bang someone else, I don't really give a shit. If you want to get in the shower and fucking jerk off for an hour, have at it. It doesn't pertain to me, you know. Like,
Yeah, and have conjugals, right?
as long as you're not in the kitchen sticking your willy in the watermelon, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, I got two more here. Let's go. Let's see here. Okay, here's one. So it's no debate that like the best thing of chicken is the chicken finger, right? Chicken fingers are the best, man. And it's like the best part of a pig is bacon. We already know that. So is the chicken finger like the bacon of the chicken?
Maybe. Well, I don't know. I would argue the wing is the best part because I like chicken wings a lot. So
Oh,
that's
chicken wings are good.
yeah.
Like Wingstop or something? You got Wingstop up there?
We don't have that. Well, there's a place called Wing Machine, but they're not that great.
Ah,
Here
you're
in the
right, dude.
But well, I mean, I like honey garlic sauce. Are you into the
Oh
soy sauce
yeah.
and all that?
Oh yeah. Anything and everything, dude. I don't even want to eat that shit. I just want to rub that shit on my chest, you know? Just like
Yeah.
ah.
I wonder, have you tried making chicken wings in the air fryer?
I have not personally done them in the air fryer here at the house, but I have made chicken in there and it came out all right. But I hear you can make pretty good chicken wings in the air fryer. I mean,
Yeah.
I've made plenty of chicken wings in my life from scratch. It's just I haven't done them with the air fryer yet. But
Yeah, I've been
yeah.
eating with them lately. And there was a random thought I had this week, and I also put it on
All right.
social. All it takes to feel like your life is turning to shit is to wake up on a half-exposed mattress, like the sheet came undone while you're asleep. You're like, oh fuck, this sucks. I don't know what it is about that sheet that's like separating you from this, from having a backward slide from civilization or something.
Yeah. Then you got those people who just sleep on their mattresses with no sheets.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to solve
I
that.
mean,
I wouldn't want to do that.
some wildling Lord of the Flies dystopian fucking shit right there, huh, bud?
The beds in jail really sucked, right? Like thin
Oh
mattresses.
my god, dude, no, they don't even qualify as a mattress. It's basically like a plastic mat that you put on top of a metal. It's just a metal. It's not a bed even, not even a box spring. Like it's a metal, fucking sheet metal slab. Boom, and then you throw like this, like anywhere from an inch and a half to like 3 inches. If you're lucky, if you find the what we call the Cadillac mattress, it's like three
Yeah.
inches thick. Plastic mattress. It's like a nylon plastic shit on the outside, and it's just stuffed with like foam basically, and you lay on that, dude. And I'm telling you, when you get one of them shitty ones that's been around for like fucking 5 years, and
Well, they
they use,
reused.
oh yeah, dude, and like, dude, when I got to San Quentin the first time, but I saw, dude, there was a mattress there that had blood stains on it.
Oh shit.
Blood stains. I was like, I'm not sleeping on that. Fuck you guys. I, Someone's getting me the mattress. I'll sleep on the floor. I'll stand up on that. I'll talk shit. I'll fucking make a scene. I'll spend the night in ad sick. Know that, because I'll make a scene.
So
Not
when,
sleeping on the floor.
so after you got out and you slept in a real bed for the first time, must have felt great, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Real mattresses are nice, you know. But I mean, I don't mind. Like I can sleep on the ground. I can sleep wherever, you know.
That's right.
Like, it don't matter. Anywhere where there's a rock for a pillow, I can pass out.
There are a lot of people who think like, jails aren't tough enough. Have they been to prison?
Yeah.
You probably haven't been to prison before.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
fucked up as it is. So
Yeah, it is. All right, here I got one more random thought, and this one's a doozy. Okay. All
yeah.
right. All right. Why are aliens so interested in buttholes? Are they really probing for scientific reasons? Is it sexual reasons? Or are they even probing at all? Or do these abductees have secret homosexual fantasies? I mean, how much shit can they really learn from farts and shit?
Well, either way, it's out of this world. They love anal.
So, what do you think it is? Do you think aliens really are probing everyone like they say? Do you think that it's for scientific reasons or sexual reasons? Or do you think that maybe abductees actually have secret homosexual fantasies and they actually just wish that they were probed because they heard other people were? And aliens actually aren't probing anyone at all. What do you think, bud? Go.
Well, that's what a lot of the abductees say.
I know.
They don't just probe assholes though. They also with women, they'll stick. This must be horrible. They'll stick a fucking metal rod, like a long needle, into their navel. That must fucking kill. And they don't use anesthesia either. It's all painful. I don't know if they don't seem to. Well, they don't do anything like that to a guy's dick, but they will put like a machine on it to like suck semen out. And he doesn't have a hard on either. They just suck it out of your dick with this machine.
Well, that doesn't seem so bad.
Might feel okay. Sometimes they'll force you to have sex with a alien humid female hybrid, which maybe that's kind of fun.
Wait a minute. So you mean like in the animated series, what they did to the boys?
Well, I have a
wasn't that in Trailer Park Boys that they did that? What am I thinking of?
The alien? I don't know.
Where they strapped the thing to their dicks and were milking them?
I can't remember now, because I only watched the animated series like each season once, so I don't.
I swear to God, it was. They got like the Amish people. They were the inbred people or whatever, and they needed the semen. And
they in the forest a long time. They lost shit.
Shoot, I don't even know how I would word that to search it right now.
Yeah. But yeah, weren't they lost in the forest for a while before that happened?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Trailer Park Boys animated dick milking. The penis milker. They are captured by hillbillies who want to milk their prostates. Steve French helps them escape, and Bubbles sets him free. Yes, I was totally right. Bam! Yeah, see? That's funny how that works into play. So the aliens strapping things onto our dicks and sucking us is just... it plays right into Trailer Park Boys. Because it happened in the animated series. Just the hillbillies did it to them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
Well, suppose what they've been telling the abductees is that they're creating these. Eventually, their goal is to create like humans that have alien DNA, because the alien race, like the Greys, it's so old that they could die off. Like apparently, your DNA has an expiration date. So they use our younger DNA, and also when they create their humans that look like us, those humans can walk among us and survive on this planet. Aliens can only take in so much of our air. I mean, that's what I've read. And
I'm gonna say two suspects right now: Alien Twigger Jacob and Alien Twigger Trevor.
Have you ever seen that show Ancient Aliens?
Yeah.
Somebody created the meme where it just has that guy with the weird hair going aliens. I once created a meme where it's him doing that, but instead of aliens, I just put Jacob Collins. That was in it was in a Facebook community. I put that.
But yeah, remember when Bubbles they're trying to argue about who's taking Cory and who's taking Trevor to go work, and then Bubbles is like, Ricky, come here, look, haven't you noticed how long Trevor's arms are like big alien garbage scooping arms?
Yeah, and then Jacob has an alien element in his blood. The doctor couldn't identify it.
Yep, totally does. Aliens, man.
Poor guy ends up in all these situations where he's sick or injured, and Ricky always criticizes him for it, blaming him for it. Fucked up again, Jacob.
Fuck, you're dumb, Jacob. And it's usually Ricky's fault too.
It is.
Well, shoot, you want to do some dictionary real quick?
Yeah, goes with the dictionary.
All right. Well, we're down to the J's now. I know that. And the first one we got here is a shit judge.
Shit judge. Okay.
Yeah, a dishonest arbiter who uses erroneous argument to come to a ridiculous decision. Oh, that's it. Shit judge.
So that's not even the judge that let them swear in court and everything.
No, I guess that would be a shit judge.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see here. I don't even know what that says. Some big old weird freaking like Latin word or something. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try. Anyway, but Anyway, we'll just go to the next one here.
Oh, okay.
Shit junk. Shit junk. Okay, from Chinese. Oh, I guess it's from the Chinese word chow dung scow, I guess. SCOW. A vessel used to transport waste. Words expressed the epitome of used up edness, i.e., John Brown's body, yellow snow, brown whoopee cushion. What the fuck?
Wow, that's elaborate. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell she agree. There's a little summary below here. It goes, below the lines of sky she sailed, then slowly settled down her watery grave, long so blue died now in the shades of brown.
Damn. Fade to brown.
Right? Shit jockey. Whoa. I think this is French, dude. I can't pronounce this.
I know a tiny bit of French. Could you spell it?
I don't know if this is compote or compoti or what. COMPTE is one word. Then papier, PAPIER, de toilette. Something about toilet paper. Yeah, papier de toilette. Okay.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah.
So I don't know what the first word is, but yeah, so something about toilet paper gives first meaning a servant who rides a position, i.e., his jockey called upon him to make his final effort.
I wonder if it's
Shit
like
jockey.
that guy who works as a wiper of asses. I don't know if that's his.
Oh, maybe, dude, like a nurse in a nursing home or something.
Yeah, apparently when King Henry VIII was alive, people actually competed for the privilege, and I use that in air quotes, of wiping his ass. That's how fucked up life was hundreds of years ago.
I, I guess when I was first born, my grandma, my mom's mom, wiped the first shit, and then like ran down the hall with the fucking toilet paper and napkin. I got to wipe the first shit.
Wow.
Right? So I mean, hey, I guess
Pioneer.
me and Henry VIII got some things in common, huh?
Well, there was a scandal in my school when I was in elementary school. Some kid
No, it
wiped.
wasn't my shit.
Well, some kid wiped his ass, and this was in Nova Scotia. This kid wiped his ass and wrote like profane words on the stall with his shit, like "fuck you" or "fuck off" or whatever. And it was the teachers. They found it hard to actually explain what had happened. But yeah, it was like all over the school that this kid had just done something so foul.
Yeah. Now,
And
do you think he finger painted it, or did he hold the turd like a pencil and just write?
I don't know. I mean, I would like to think he didn't do that. That he held the toilet paper, you know. But, that was fucked, man. But you know what? It's something I find it hard to explain, but somehow it doesn't surprise me that it happened in Nova Scotia because there are some people down there who are, shall we say, less than refined. Like one day when I was a kid, I'm in Amherst, my hometown there, and this girl who looked like she was, I guess, maybe 16, suddenly she shouts over to me, "Hey kid, want to get fucked?" And this was in the middle of like a playground.
Yeah.
But she was scary, dude. She was like aggressive and yeah, that was
I remember that, dude. I think I was a young guy when I met a girl that was kind of like that. She was a little more aggressive. I must have been probably about 12 or 13, and so she was like 14 or something, 15. And I remember, dude, she just kept grabbing just walking up and grabbing my junk. And like it made me feel like uncomfortable. I was like, hey, and it was weird. What made me feel more uncomfortable is I thought I knew I was supposed to be into it, but like I just wasn't of how aggressive she was. I was still young and a virgin. Like I was scared.
yeah.
You know.
That's sexual assault technically.
Yeah, yeah, technically.
Yeah. You're not ready for that shit.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. We got two more J's here. Next one. Shit journey. Ooh. Yeah, a mindless trip lacking any need of choice. The inevitable cycle of beingness. And once the venison that roamed proud and noble in the wood was slaughtered, cooked, and ate, It passed through darkened corridor to lie in wait to the mossy floor's floor.
Like I said,
Oh, because it became shit. The venison became the shit after you ate it, and then it went through the dark corridor, your intestines, to the mossy floor.
it's like any trip Ricky takes in his car that isn't for selling dope or anything.
Yeah, it's a mindless trip lacking
Yeah.
any need of choice.
Yeah. There's no great mind behind the shitmobile. I mean, if a guy's willing to drive that car with no license, probably not very brave. So.
Alrighty, here we go. Last one. Shit jungle. An uncultivated land, whether covered with shit or not. Just uncultivated is a shit jungle. It was a vast pool wherein were scattered many islets of shifting and torrentious shit. That was just a little quote on the bottom by Macaulay, History of England.
I guess maybe that's kind of like, there's the official dump, and then there are those dumps that people kind of improvise where they just start throwing their shit away in some spot where they're not supposed to do it, but it just ends up happening anyway.
Yeah.
There's a few of them around.
Oh yeah, there was plenty of those. I used to know there was this dumping spot down under the bridge in one of the places I used to go kick it at, and it ended up getting just so cluttered with shit after years, like it wasn't worth hanging out by there, just because right over there on the other side of the bridge there was just garbage piling, and as soon as it started stinking, and that sucked.
Well, I mean, it's a good place to find scrap metal, that's for sure.
That's true, and I mean, you need your liquor money, right?
Get Shitty Bill to back up the truck.
That's right. Scrap metal.
Tells everyone not to call him Shitty Bill, and then he addresses him as Shitty Bill. So, come on, Shitty, back up the truck.
I know, like, don't call him Shitty Bill. All right, Shitty. Oh, that was good stuff, man. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more Shitty Bill, but
yeah, he passed away. That guy.
Yeah. He did, huh? That's right.
Ryan, I think was his name.
I don't remember.
Yeah. So he died. He might have died around the same time that Richard Collins died. Actually, I don't think there was too much time passed between them. Yeah.
Man. Well, that's what happens as we get old. People die.
Yep.
More and more every year.
Yep. That note. This episode's about to die. So.
Yeah.
So, on behalf of myself and Raymond Hazen, fuck off. We got work to do.